Hello, my name is Abe, and today we're going to be taking a look at Reignbreaker. I'm going to jump into the game here, and we'll talk a little bit about what's going on. A very pink-yellow aesthetic, it looks like, from all the artwork. Time to get an audience with Her Highness. We are named Clef. Reignbreaker, I got a code for the other day, and I had not actually heard about this game, but if I had to guess from the gameplay trailer, I would say it kind of plays a little bit like a Hades-like action roguelite with lots of fast-paced, dashy, heavy combat, and we're gonna check it out today. But with different, of course, different, story aesthetics and whatnot. The first thing that I've noticed from Reignbreaker is that yellow and pink seem to be the most prominent colors in the design, which gives it a very cool flair. Base ×3. I don't know what the base is.
Who trespasses in this bastion? Flee now and save yourself. Obey thy queen.
The Queen of Keys.
The signal. She's broadcasting down here. I must resist that voice.
Clef, the antagonist, in case you were curious who you were playing.
You seem surprised. You thought yourself safe from my whispers here in the underground? No one can hide from my command.
What I find very interesting about the design so far is that it seems a little fantasy-esque, but there's TV screens and speakers, and we are wielding this giant spear. More about that later. I'm not quite certain what's going to come of this because I haven't actually played this yet, but and again, you've got the yellow, you've got the pink aesthetic happening here.
You speak of hiding, cowering behind a screen. When I find you and we meet face to face, I will shut you up for good.
UI looks like we have health in the top left corner, some sort of a beater? A bar meter that is not filled underneath it. In the top right, something that is locked, keys, and crystals. Again, yellow and pink aesthetic. There's something up here. The game wants me to progress in this general direction. A little bit of screen shake too.
It connects to the vault.
A lock connects to the vault. I might turn that off. We'll see. Defeat all enemies. Destroy them before they get you. RB, start a fight.
What is this? Fresh blood. How delightful.
Oh, don't pull a Pinocchio on me, okay?
They have mosquitoes in here.
How dare you? I am one of the Queen's most revered medics.
Buzz off.
Ha ha ha. Vanquish thy foes. Yeah, definitely at least so far, Hades / Persona-esque. Now, I've never actually really played Persona. I've seen it be played, though. But I can definitely see the RB. Enemies vanquish. I think my takedown move was so intense the game didn't actually let me see what it was. I'm also going to turn down the volume a little bit because when you're in combat, it gets a little freaking loud. So we're going to reduce sound effects, we're going to reduce music, and then we're going to reduce them all a little bit more. Vault open, grabbed the artifact.
Don't mind if I do.
Tea leaves restore 100 health whenever you use a healing station. Your maximum health increases by 15. The little prick. We can also get bounce back, which is legendary. Inflicts bleed. Punches inflict bleed but deal less damage. Bleeding enemies take damage for 5 seconds if stacked. All stacks are removed. The enemy takes 150 damage. Hits reduce heat. The raid ends and you return to the camp if you get 0 HP. Whenever you resurrect, temporarily deal 50% more damage, gain 1 resurrection now. Okay, I'll take an extra life.
I can break the bridge lock now.
I can break the bridge lock now. Check the map if you get lost, raise the bridge. LB is map. I see. Again, cool aesthetic on everything. It is kind of like comic booky, kind of does remind me a little bit is as though I was watching a Persona. Again, even though I've never actually played it. I also don't know where the dude in the Plague Doctor mask went. He is gone now. I see. You know, left in the UI, you've got that spear. It's got like bullets next to it, and then underneath that is a chevron. That chevron is your dash meter. Oh. Hold on a second.
Press forward now.
I'm discovering mechanics. So heat is the bar that I previously didn't know what it does, and we put down our spear in the ground, and it shoots bullets. But then when we have...
The javelin is overheated.
It's no use, the javelin is overheated. So we have to let the heat decrease before we can actually use our special weapon again, our javelin weapon. Okay, very melee-focused combat, it seems like. Our javelin is apparently a master key for all these locks that we find. I also find it very interesting that the consumable drops in this game are keys. Literally, you've got the Queen of Keys, or the Lady of Keys, the Queen of Keys. A little bit framey sometimes. Which she also immediately reminds me of, and I actually don't fully understand the reference that I'm trying to make, but in Planescape, you've got the Lady of Doors, who can make a whole bunch of doors leading to anywhere in the planes, and this is like the equivalent, but she's just the Lady of Keys. Smash the statue for HP. Restore health. Okay, thank you very much. Now I'm wondering if Abe played Transistor. Oh, if you hold A, you get a dash where you are actually dragging your spear on the ground. Can we do an attack with that? No. That's very like Hades 2, because that's a mechanic change from Hades 1 to Hades 2, which is that if you dash and hold the button, you get a run. Yeah, I've never played Transistor, Arcatraz, but I hear it's a good game. Could be on the list. I like seeing all of the keys on the ground. Like, why are there so many keys everywhere? This poor lady, she dropped all her keys. Sword and shield crest? What do you think? Nothing. I'm assuming that the lag is like shader compilations. And presumably, oh, there's a thing here we have to interact with. Presumably, like, once you play through the game a little bit, all the shaders will start compiling.
Track switched.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Turn the traps on or off. Maybe if there's a lot of enemies, we can turn the traps on and use that to our benefit. How interesting. There's some keys over here. I gotta pick up the keys. Defeat all enemies. This is another, like, treasure trove, I'm assuming. Kind of also reminds me of Splatoon. There's just paint everywhere, graffiti. Why is there so much graffiti around? I love this sound. That is just basically a Doom glory kill, isn't it? I like the sound of my projectiles hitting the enemy because it just sounds very... Right, that's not dash. It sounds very much like you're hitting a bell. Dong, 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 dong. Okay, we've unlocked his lock. It's almost like sexual or something. Very yellow punches. Pink health bars. I mean, here's the thing. Yellow and pink, those are very, like, clear colors to read. After having played a lot of, you know, Monolith recently and complaining a bit about not being able to actually see what's happening on the screen, to have a game where it feels like readability is key is nice. You know, it's very easy to tell where things are on the screen and what's happening. Dun 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 dun. Now the spear that we have, that's not dodge. A is dodge. Normally B is dodge in these games.
Trap set.
The spear that we have, it doesn't do that much damage when it shoots bullets, but that's okay. I don't know where I'm going. I should probably go back and do all the fighting. It seems to be like what you're supposed to do in a game like this. Oh, careful. So let's go back, because we are, like, not rushing, but we are missing stuff. So let's go over here, fight some enemies.
By my spare, if it isn't you, Clef, a most unwelcome surprise.
She got a purple motif happening there.
Is that you, Ardia? I should have known. Still serving the Queen like a slavering guard dog, I see.
You should never have come here, Clef. You betrayed us. You betrayed your oath.
Against a tyrant, it's resistance.
Resistance is just a pretty word for treason.
Vanquish thy
See
foe.
her? This could have been you if you were not so ungrateful.
All right, enemies do seem to do a lot of damage. And then we got like a time slow happening when you're actually in the death blow animation there. Let's actually like deal with the enemies firing bullets. And open his lock. We have not a lot of HP. I'm starting to think of the spear as a bit of an interrupt. Like you just toss it on the ground and it will, if it hits any enemies, then they'll get stunned momentarily, because all you have to do is punch an enemy and then they get stunned. We done? Oh, enemies will hurt you when they spawn. Okay. I mean, you know, that's fair. You don't want to give the player too many advantages now, do you? I saw a button prompt. That's not a good button prompt, though. That button prompt is, hey, would you like to turn on the traps? No. So that was dumb. Bridge lock unsealed. The bridge I walked past? There's a lot of money here and an item. Quick charge, stinger, and pain point. Hitting an enemy with throw your javelin generates heat. I don't know how to throw my javelin. Throw, charge up speed and damage. Throw has a chance to inflict stun. I guess AoE damage. I'll take the legendary stuff. How do you throw? Let's look at the buttons a little bit more. Aha! Trigger lets us throw it. So we do have a ranged move. Oh, it didn't actually throw. So by punching enemies, you reduce your heat, or it goes down over time. Understood. Ah, and so the javelin, when you put it into the ground, it has like a bit of an AoE on it, or if you hit an enemy with it, it kind of just hits them repeatedly temporarily, like so the javelin here, the spear, pretty decent weapon. Why it's called a javelin and a spear sister, I don't know. I see, so these locks, this here, somewhere in that room is gonna be a thing that you can open with your javelin.
Were you hiding?
Increases critical hit chance of bayonet projectiles. Ah, that's the thing that is firing the bullets. Historically, the bayonet is just the knife part of your gun, but I gotcha. So the bayonet is what's firing the bullets on the javelin. Increases the critical hit chance of the bayonet projectiles. And all critical hits do more damage. Stand still to recover heat quickly. Even while aiming, slam and throw generate less heat. The slam puts it on the ground, the throw throws it. Less heat. I would love to be able to use this ability more. Let's take that. Ranged damage seems to be pretty good in games like these. Excuse me. I died, but I'm gonna come back.
This won't stop me.
I don't know, death usually stops me, but I guess I am a man and not a spear sister. Okay, be careful of the weird camera. I wonder if I'm supposed to die. I say that because the game hasn't given me a tutorial of anything yet.
Ouch!
Oh, you son of a... So it really feels like the game should have given me a tutorial at this point. That it hasn't makes me think that maybe I just haven't hit the scripted death sequence, or maybe you're not supposed to get a tutorial. I would like a tutorial because there's a lot of buttons and mechanics that I need to understand, I feel. I think I just want to turn off all traps. We can go down, or there's 2 locks. Let's open 2 locks. I like the key theme. We have a javelin that can open locks. Not like that, though. You have vaults. We're collecting keys. I don't know how it all plays together. Be quick about it. Oh, hell.
This could have been avoided.
The RB didn't work there at all. As a result, I took a little bit of damage. I died. That's okay. The dash, this is not Hades' dash. It's got a bit of a cooldown on it. I like that I'm still on the screen. I'm just a little person in her neck. All right, javelin, pea shooter, defeated in room 2 out of 4. Resolve gained, that is the purple gems, and we have a bunch of keys. Okay. Now what do we do with this stuff? We have awoken. There's a little bell familiar walking around.
Blimey, Clef, have you got a death?
And that's the person bringing us back to life every time.
My poor art before you race headlong into the next
There's
one.
some obvious Hades similarities happening here. Not just Hades 1, but Hades 2 as well. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You know, Hades doesn't have the copyright on, you know, beautiful art, great gameplay, you know, voiced characters, interesting story, themes of death. Well, this one has themes of locks. But you can tell there is some definite inspiration there, which is totally fine. You got a death wish?
I feel like my head came between an anvil and a blacksmith.
An unavoidable part of the job, I'm afraid. How did it go?
It won't be easy, but I feel we might be in the right place. Her Majesty herself tried to shoo me away.
She's using the signal in here, but nobody comes down here. Nobody dares. I agree. We should keep going.
It is exactly Hades 2, though, the plot. Minus the Greek gods, and instead add in a lady made of keys.
Hey, buddy.
They even have a pet that you can pet as well. Makes me wonder, you know, I'm always curious about games like these and about the development timeline of these. Like, did they have this idea for this game before or after Hades 1? Before or after Hades 2's early access? I don't know. Resolve engine. New skills and boost your power. Okay, so this is the meta game unlocks. I cannot afford anything. Okay, we'll have to do another run then.
Testing something.
So we have a training ground, that's okay. So it's weird because when I throw, no, don't auto aim. Don't auto aim. Don't auto aim. There we go. I can aim with right stick, but only over there. When I throw it, it doesn't like penetrate the walls. It'll stick into an enemy.
Needs to cool down first.
Oh, so you're gonna spam the hell out of this. It just doesn't fire bullets when it's overheated. Bullets don't even do that much damage. Yeah, okay, dash attack, A and X. Okay. Slam, javelin, B. I think that's all. There is something over there, but that's just a ranged target, I believe. Okay. Armory, collection of javelins, bayonet, motor, etc. So heavy Gatling gun increases the impact damage by 100%. Is this just...
This one.
Why would we not want to put that on our gun? It just doubles the damage of it. Seems good. No penalty. Okay, someone's gonna be here when we rescue them in the dungeon.
I hope I've packed everything.
There's your raid. Your former sister in arms. They both were best in class, both masterful battlefield locksmiths. Despite their young age, she's still loyal to the Iron Queen. Okay, do I like hit the wall and open up a secret passage or something? There's a bunch of arrows here on the ground. Maybe not. I guess this is just their symbols and color schemes as well. So we have green and red for the Plague Doctor, purple and teal for the other battle locksmith, and then we're ready. We're out. Okay. I don't know what keys do. Keys might just be the in-run currency. Like we'll find a shop and we can spend our keys for something. Okay.
Need to bust some more seals first.
Bridge locks let you progress to the next chamber, but you have to do something first.
A log.
My leeches have been waiting for your blood.
Just try me and see them choke on it.
So strange to hear a commoner deny my services.
Not as strange as hearing a puffed-up little songbird like you claim to be in the confidence of the Queen.
The very audacity. I am part of the Queen's inner circle, I tell you.
All right, go back to Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, more damage on that does seem pretty nice. So something that I'm realizing is that when I throw the javelin, that was a miss, it doesn't actually stagger enemies on the bullets, but it seems like it does when I put it in the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, it's overheated. I didn't get anything out of that. It's still a little loud, isn't it? Hold on a second. The music does get a little bit loud. Okay. Pick up an artifact. Common. Getting hit causes your javelin heat to reset and you take less damage overall. You bleed, but punch for less damage. Getting hit deals 200 damage and inflicts bleed. It reduces damage by 5%. Let's take the one that also does damage to enemies. So this is the, like, hey, do this to get a perk for your run.
I can press forward.
And then we can move on. I like the visual for that. Connie says at least this game seems to have a bit more effort put in than some of the other ones. Yeah, like this is definitely, so far looks like a quality experience. It might be derivative of other games, but it's done a very good job.
The chambers have shifted again, but that trick won't protect the Queen of Keys forever. Fingers crossed, this time the Bastion won't make it so hard on me again.
So they're explaining the reason why, you know, the dungeon labyrinth shifts. They haven't explained why you come back to life when you die. Like, you think that someone would just, like, throw, you know, a rock into my face and then murder me, but no. At least in Hades, you know, you are playing a god of death. The whole dying thing makes a little bit more sense there, as that is also a part of the story. Hello, Plague Doctor. Connie says, next I'm gonna need something to compare 200 damage to. Well, my throw last time did 30, now it does 60. Well, now it did 72. So there's your comparison. A punch does 30. Oh, Plague Doctor. So we we are going to get a perk here, and there was a contextual clue in the game that told me that that was a perk that we could get here because there was a his garbage on the ground. He left his graffiti all over the place. What is he, Banksy?
This goes here.
Why is that thing just firing infinitely? I don't know why that's... Is it, did I put it in like a power cell or something? Yeah, okay. It's like overcharged now. Although I would like to actually like lower the traps, but that's okay. I'll take it.
Don't mind if I do.
Getting hit causes your javelin heat to be reset. You take less damage, and that reduces the damage that we take. The final stack of bleed effects hit enemies 3 additional times with reduced damage. Executions launch homing projectiles that inflict bleed. We'll just take the lower damage taken, because why not? That thing's going to town. So there are kind of unique things happening on the ground. Our dash goes through walls.
Trap set.
Okay, so we turned on the trap, but now we can walk around the side, around the outside, around the outside. How interesting. There is another vault here. Ah, there it is. Just follow the graffiti. Okay. The range on your throw is real high. So you can hit enemies off screen pretty much with this thing. I'm liking it so far. Oh, we're locked in. I was wondering what the, like, grid on the ground was. We're engaged in combat and we are locked in here until we finish. Kind of looks like a long zipper. That zipper is... You're stuck in here. You're not locked in here. You're not locked in here with me. I'm locked in here with you. Wait a minute. Get it? Locked it. Keys. Ha ha ha. So Firewolf, welcome. Ka ka ka. Increases bleed. Restores HP. Maximum health goes up. Punches bleed. Well, we don't have a lack of HP right now. I guess we'll make bleed better and then we can take bleed and actually do something with bleed. But that's pretty good. Picked up some upgrades there. This poor guy, like... If there's no enemies around you... And it's just one of these bells. They're getting locked. Or is he like a lock cylinder or something?
I was seen.
Seen by who? Get punched. Dong, dong, dong. Everything's got a thunk to it when you hit it, which is great. Oh, you're gonna give me upgrade materials.
Great find.
300 upgrade materials. All right, yeah, I guess that's one quick way to level up your run. Try to leave a bell unexecuted, see if it gets back up. Okay, you know what? Why not? There's a time limit on this one.
Trap switched.
Yeah, let's turn off the traps first. Wait, no. Half are on, half are off. Okay, fair enough.
You always were a glutton for punishment, I suppose.
Ha! Well, I do remember our training days. I thought the aches would never fade.
Some of them have not.
Ah, dear. I told you before. I didn't betray you. I would have got you out too if I could.
That would have been a waste of energy, Clef. I would never abandon my sisters, my queen, like you did.
Ashen Rand says, welcome to, wait, this isn't Balatro. No, we're playing a demo today. Okay, I am gonna kill this guy. I know you wanted me to leave him alive. He did walk onto the trap and then instantly die, which is good for me. I do love having basically infinite range on my throw. Okay, don't step on the trap.
Well, what were you hiding?
Throw has a chance to stun. Increases critical hit chance of the bayonet projectiles, which, that counts both the throw and the impact on the ground. Slam and throw generate less heat. Yeah, absolutely. I can spam these abilities more. I love spamming. Kartonku says, enemy design is quite good, I think. I'm, so the bells with the lock on them, they are a bell. They're just like a hanging bell, like something you would see in a church or something. Bells don't normally have locks on them, I think, but I like the enemy design. He's kind of like a little mech spider bot. There's definitely a lot of like mechanical themery happening here. Like he's got like springs or Tesla coils on the top of him. Like what is the level of technology of this place? I don't know. Where am I? Whose footprints are these? Do a little bit of a dash.
On to the next room.
Oh, I see. Dash into an attack does the little foot stomp. Ugh! That's not what I wanted. I guess we are done. Why are you throwing a machine gun instead of shooting? Here's my options, Ashen Rand. I can do this. I can put my machine gun on the ground, or I can throw my machine gun and then it machine guns into enemies. That's it. Those are my options. Anything down here? Nope. I gotta say, I love the graphical design of the game. Like, it's not photorealistic. It's not like smooth textures. Everything has like smudges on them. Like, what is it called when you do like a gradient or a shading and you just have like different series of dots of different sizes? Like that's what's going on with the ground, the walls. Very much looks like, you know, paint brushes. Good design all around. I love it. Very comic effect, yes. Are we done with the level? I think so.
Supplies! Supplies!
Trench rat. I thought it was trench cat. 10 minutes. That's a very, if that's the timer to get free loot, you just have to do the first region in 10 minutes. That's a very lenient timer. We get a new weapon. The adherent assault javelin. Okay, who are you?
Psst, hey, lady, come here.
It's the Borderlands girl again.
What's this? You're rather small for a raider.
Yeah, that old Queen's machines don't take any notice of us.
Where is your family?
My only family is the trench rats, and we live here. It's warm and dry. That's all we need.
There are more of you.
I disappeared. Shop. There's a little rat right there. See him? I'm pointing at him. Little rat plushie. Coming soon to a Kickstarter near you. Okay, what is this? Restore health. This is a freebie take, I think. I don't need it, but did I take the perk that gives me HP when I restore health? Whatever, let's take it. Nom 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 nom. This is the fountain in between levels and dead cells. We have 600 keys. We can buy perks. Okay. Oh, temporary perks. You know what? This is very Hades 2 as well. You have the spider that makes you a vestment, and that's kind of what we have here. It's just a temporary equipment. Punches attach sticky bombs, blocks all damage for 5 attacks. All damage is scratch damage instead for 1 lockdown. Defeat enemies or complete the challenge to lift the lockdown. Okay, so lockdown is each one of those little combat adventures, I think. Temporary damage that recovers over time is scratch damage. If you get hit during recovery, you lose all scratch damage. Ah, so this is rally. I mean, let's just block damage 5 times. Could save our money, but whatever. All right, bye, Gib. Connie says, this might be a British game.
While you can.
It might be a British game. So you can dash through the walls, but only at specific angles, it looks like.
Trap set.
No, actually, it being behind me is completely acceptable. Defeat all the enemies. So I think this is a lockdown, because we're locked in here with them. So let's see if that guy gets back up. He might just be dead. Oh, he died. So you probably get loot by opening them. And because we didn't open him, we just didn't get the loot. That would make sense. What is a British game? It's British. Bleeding enemies deal less damage. The final stack of bleed does more damage. Restore health. So I don't yet have anything that does bleed. Unless we do have something that does bleed and I'm just kind of not paying attention. I have things that make bleed better. Better.
This won't stop me.
I'd say nothing's trying to stop me at all, but that's definitely a lie. Things are trying to stop me. I haven't really been taking too much damage either. It makes me wonder if we could have grabbed the perk that increases our health whenever we use a healing fountain, but this is not a healing fountain, this is just a healing piece of rock.
It's no use. The javelin is overheated.
Yeah, I know. You're okay, girl. You can still use it to punch people. Like, you can still throw it into the ground, and that's good damage. Well, I got hit. Has my thing completely broken? I don't know. But we got hit. We got hit! This is a time limit. 35 seconds. Be quick about it. In it.
Yeah, stupid.
Might be a little hard to kill everything in the time limit.
Here you go.
There you go. Should have just put that in there. It would have gone forever.
Room for improvement.
Getting hit causes you to take less damage. Getting hit deals damage to nearby enemies and inflicts bleed. I guess getting hit inflicts bleed is the only thing we have. Reduces all incoming damage taken. I mean, this is better. I'll keep upgrading one thing forever.
Trap switched.
It really lasts for a long time in it. Unfortunately, the javelin doesn't rotate. It's kind of just shooting in the same pattern forever.
Here you go.
Which, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. It would just be nice if it rotated a little bit more. Okay, you gotta go first, my dude. Dong 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 dong. I like the sound effect of it. Very much a lot of donk donk and hitting metal over and over again. Kiney says, how about some more enemy variety? I mean, these are just the level 1 enemies, you know? There's gonna be more levels after this, I assume, with more unique enemies happening. Executions launch homing projectiles that inflict bleed. Increases maximum health. Let's do the thing that inflicts bleed, because we have bleed synergies, but no bleed. Now we do.
On to the next room.
You know, if you think about something like Hades, there's only a few enemies per region in Hades as well. I'd like to fight more than 2 enemies at a time, says Gani. Well, there are 3 enemies, excuse me. You've got the little balls. 4 enemies. You've got the cannons, the balls, the 5-shot shooters, and then the bells. So we're at 5 total enemies. Count them, read them, and weep. Oh, get the loot. Kanye says, I also have the same complaint about Hades. At least you're being consistent. So it looks like there are iframes on the dash, because I definitely should have been hit there. Shop.
What do you have for me?
Critical hit chance is greatly increased. It's used up after getting hit. Increases damage for each key in your pocket. Okay, well, you can't afford it. Critical hit chance is increased, used up after getting hit. So we have a couple of these. Crit chance 20%, crit chance 30%. Used up after getting hit. I think I'd rather just save my money. Unless that puts us over 777, which I don't think it does. All right. I was gonna say things look different. They're actually not any different. The heavy rain javelin.
Bringing this to camp.
Glad I didn't spend my money. Restores health, used after getting hit. Damage taken, used up after 3 lockdowns. No, I mean, so far health hasn't been a problem. In fact, I feel like I should have taken the thing that gives me max health on the fountains, but it's okay. Ah, I'm stuck. Oh, there we go. Lots of computer screens. I don't know why there's so many. It's a boss fight. Let's do it. There are traps. Clef versus the Overseer. He's a giant eyeball thing. Okay, that's not a run. That's a run.
Ouch.
Understood. Glad I took the thing that prevents all damage when I get hit. Okay, that's a lot of damage. I should stop getting hit by that. Run. I should run. Okay. I got hit like 18 times, but the perk still kept me going.
I know that weapon you wield, child. I expected great things from you back when I gave it to you. And you repay me like this.
Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't have let your army train me so well.
The Overseer was merely one of many. Whatever you seek, how often you may try, there will always be another guardian in your way.
I merely seek an audience, Your Majesty. And on that note, why all the protection down here? Don't want any visitors?
What a whimsical imagining, my dear. Did my creature bash you over the head?
Default welcome, is this a new mod for Hades? No! It's a new game entirely. Boomstick. Javelin.
Find.
I didn't realize what the traps were doing. I should probably focus a little bit more on that next time. Okay. These are 20% heals, it looks like. Victory, Overseer was defeated, okay. Was that the...
Hey, you did it, Clef.
Huh?
Knew you would, of course.
So that was a run? Really thought it would go a little bit longer than that. There's got to be more to it.
Well, I think my bruises have bruises now. And no, I have not reached the throne room.
The shifting chambers of the Bastion won't make it easy for us. We have to keep at it, and maybe get a bit lucky as well.
Another thing, Ev. She recognized me.
Blimey. Okay, well, no need to panic. If anyone can push on through, it's you, Clef. Just, be careful. You hear me?
It's a tiny demo. I mean, I don't think it's a demo. Let me see. Let me look on Steam really quickly. It's not in early access. The game is out, by the way. This is a $9 game. So keep that in mind for anyone who's like, there's not a lot of content. It's a $9 game, it looks like. And it has a demo, which is fantastic. But I don't think that's the demo. I think this is, because it doesn't say it's the demo. I think this is a key for it. But we'll see. I don't think it's the demo. Looks great for $9. Yeah, really does. I kind of expected this to be, more of a full-priced, like $30 indie experience, especially if there's going to be a lot more content, because there's still a lot that we haven't seen, and this hub world looks mighty empty, doesn't it? Doesn't it? So let's upgrade.
I have to prepare myself.
There's a lot of upgrades. Increases your maximum health and maximum heat. Increases the number of time you can dash in a row. Purchase immediately.
Onward. I need to get some more resolve.
Expensive to level up. Incredibly expensive. Javelin strike. Each bayonet has a unique strike. Javelin attacks do more damage. From a melee attack with your javelin, and it generates heat. Okay. Punch twice, pause, then punch 3 more times to pull enemies in and beat them with a flurry of rapid punches. I'm never gonna do that. You're much more likely to find vaults. And much more likely to find rare or better items. Okay. Spend more in this category to unlock. I mean, we have the points. We can see what these are. Find more and better items in vaults, increase the amount of resolve you find. I mean, better leveling up. Big fan of increasing the speed at which you increase in the game, and we'll just take stats up. Let's take a look at some of the javelins that we have. That's the wrong button. So we have the pea shooter. There's a shotgun javelin. Pea shooter has sticky bombs.
Taking you for a ride.
Does a lot of damage. And the heavy rain inflicts rust. They take 4 damage every second for 3 seconds and stacks. Okay.
Time to break some dummies.
444, 75, 444, 44, 36, 444, 44, 28, 444, 44. So it's doing a lot of damage as those stacks are there. Okay. And then shotgun. You attach sticky bombs, but it's a short-range shotgun pea shooter. So the pea shooter is the machine gun. Shotgun changes it to that. It's very loud. Does good knockback. Let's see what the throw looks like. Okay. Knocked him away pretty nicely. And then you also get the bombs out of it too, because it's a shotgun javelin with a bomb upgrade on it. Okay, okay. You don't have the slots to equip all of them. We have to equip this stuff? Hold on. Ah, okay. Let's unequip you and equip you then. I gotcha. Yeah, we have upgrade slots. Okay. There's gonna be more characters, it looks like, on the wall. We've only unlocked 2 though. And then raid the Bastion.
An audience with Her Majesty, please.
Bastion chambers reconfigured, security clearance upgraded. And now I'm wondering if you go to a like a new game plus thing happening. But this is this the demo or is this a copy of the? I think I got a copy of the full game, not a demo. It doesn't say demo, so we will
Onward.
We'll see what happens, I guess, when we complete like the second phase here. I'm assuming that that's kind of just like an artificial endpoint and then you unlock more afterwards. So now that we've beaten the first boss, we have to do it again and then we can have access to the second boss and then you rinse and repeat. You don't get the opportunity even to do the game in one
I will loot my vaults first.
One shot. You have to go back out to the hub, you get a little bit of a cutscene and then you go back out into the world. I understand that.
Oi, you there. This ain't your territory, missy.
Ugh, you. I've seen many good people brainwashed by the signal into doing the Queen's bidding. But you do it for coin. Pathetic.
Who are you calling pathetic? Have you seen what you're wearing?
Yeah, what an outfit fail. Do you even own a nice pair of boots?
I'm being threatened by the fashion police.
Okay, we have the orange theme.
Those who cannot be intimidated will be easily brought into submission. You really think these people, my subjects, want freedom?
So is the Queen's color purple? Because my color's yellow. Green is the Plague Doctor, purple is the Battle Sister, and then also probably the Queen in that case. And orange is the color of the Fashion Police. I love... This game does something very well that a lot of games don't do. It uses color. It uses color so effectively. Every character, every personality in the game has a color associated with it. You have the dots of paint on the ground telling you what's in the game, what's in the current level. Orange this way, green this way. Sometimes it's arrows, sometimes it's just context clues. The game colors are bright, they stand out, they're easy to see. I can see, you know, the yellow on the walls, the graffiti everywhere.
Don't mind
the color is fantastic in this game. It might be the best part about it, honestly, just the visual design of it. Very good. Increases overall damage per combo level. Punch repeatedly while dashing to execute a powerful attack sequence that inflicts coat. Academy Kill, thank you very much for the resubscription. Also, Kaka. Snow White is out. Kaka! Now we're in Thieving Orange. Getting hit drops an explosive spray can, and you no longer reset your combo level. Coated enemies raise their combo level faster when attacked. Okay. Raised by killing enemies increases the amount of keys collected, the combo level. Okay. Dash damage 5 times 5, punch damage 50. Punch repeatedly while dashing to execute a powerful attack sequence that inflicts coat. Increases overall damage for each level of your combo. We'll take, getting hit no longer resets your combo. Well, combo probably resets over time, right? Raised by continuously attacking enemies. We'll do, the dash, and we'll try to check that out. Punch X repeatedly while dashing. Okay. So it's like an opening move. Dash into the enemies, punch 3 times. Can also do it out of a dash. Okay.
I can press forward now.
drawings these perks have are definitely medieval style. Yeah, I do like the like old-fashioned memery imagery. Take any meme and convert it into like an oldie-fashioned scroll. Send thouest to me your finest wenches. More Borderlands than medieval. Yeah, I do kind of see that.
Feel them watching you?
Okay, orange this way. I can tell what's going on in this direction. Purple this way. I can tell what's going on in this direction.
Javelin's overheated.
Wow, actually, that javelin upgrade one-shot that enemy?
Can't use the javelin when it's overheated.
Well, you can, just not effectively. I guess the explosion probably killed that enemy.
Trap switched.
How interesting. Can dash through this. Sometimes the dash doesn't really work properly. I love the middle finger there. Get out! Stay out of all vaults! Vanquish thine foes! Oh, I got hit. So what is the what is the spray can ability? Is this the thing that makes me have a larger combo when I attack the enemy? Man, the knockback is pretty absurd with the throw here. Yeah, because bomb is the bomb icon, as you would imagine. Might be coat. It doesn't look like a coat. Like, coat should be like a jacket.
It's no use. The javelin is overheated.
You know, you can still use it, lady. What is that ability? Hold on. Look at your perks. What upgrades? Dash, vault, resolve, heat, health, boomstick, bomb. You know what I would love? On this screen, have the symbol with the pop-up text. Sticky bomb should have the symbol of the bomb next to it in the description so I can actually tell, oh, that's a bomb. Because I don't know what the spray can is. I didn't take the spray can perk. Punches do more damage. Sorry, yeah, they do more damage, have more range, and inflict coat. Epic. Well, we'll know if it's coat or not. Heat recovers faster at higher combo. Punches recover more heat. We'll take just better punches. And now there's like an orange splash on my, like a paint splash. I kind of like that visual effect. There's a little bit of blue in there too for some reason. Blue and orange? What do you think this is, Halloween? Hey. Is that coat? It must be coat, which gives me a better combo, right?
Trap set.
Ah, I see. It's just a bomb. And that resets them so you can use the bombs again.
This goes here.
Oh, that's gonna be so loud. It's a little loud sometimes. I'll say that. Yes.
Look what we have here. An infestation of vermin. Not to fear, as I am the master trapper. I've never met a rat I could not catch.
XZZ, XZ2, welcome. What are we up to? We're playing a little bit of Reignbreaker.
Master Trapper? Is that a self-awarded epithet? A true predator sets their sights much higher than rats, no?
I'll have you know trapping is my trade, and I make good coin from it. Your pelts will not be worth much, but I will snatch you for free.
So teal with a little bit of purple thrown
You
in there.
Keep on telling yourself that, and I'll keep on going wherever I damn well feel like.
A game bird with bite. Oh, we shall have fun, you and I.
Let me guess, your master trap involves sending several bells, cannons, and balls at me, right?
The promise of status makes even the most frivolous man a subservient pet.
That seems to be correct. I love the idea of just making sure that this thing is down in the middle of the room. Because every time it hits an enemy, it'll cause them to explode. After 2 seconds. Traps deal more damage to enemies and only deal scratch damage to you. Fair. I understand it. So he's all about the traps. You only take scratch damage when hit with a cooldown. Critical hit chance is increased for each point of scratch damage you have. So this is really nice because it basically, if you only get hit every so often, it protects you from all damage. Defeating an enemy drops a bear trap, and then you can combo that into more trap things. I see. Let's take scratch damage. I don't feel like I'm good enough to deal with traps right now. Excuse me. I'm looting.
You think you got me?
I didn't mean to break that. But now we're here, I guess. I broke the statue that gave me health accidentally. I guess you should wait for the bomb to explode before putting another bomb on an enemy, right? Why does that sound like Kronos from Hades 2? For all we know, it's the same, Right, I have 2 dashes now, too. For all we know, it's the same voice actor. Oh, dashes have independent cooldowns. They don't share a cooldown. Let's go. I should be dashing way more often then.
Forward now.
We're done. Connie says, I usually don't have a problem with screen shake here. It's a little jarring. We can turn that off. There you go, off. I'm not really noticing it too much, but I think that's because I'm playing the game. You generally notice it less when you're playing, so I'm more than happy to turn it off. Most of the time, I also don't like heavy screen shake in games.
Supplies! Supplies!
Maker of Ashes javelin. So it's shotgun with another perk on it, it looks like.
The horrid old lady spoke to you, didn't she?
The Queen? You knew she was down here?
Yeah, she speaks through those screens, and the signal hurts our ears.
That's how she keeps such tight control over people.
Well, I hate her.
You and me both, kid.
True final boss, this kid. Blocks all damage after 3. Greatly reduces all damage for 3 lockdowns. Critical hit chance is greatly increased. Sure, cheap. I'll take the thing that just protects me from damage. Although, again, damage hasn't been a problem that much, has it? And I'm beginning to think that there is something to be said for, like, synergizing your perks. Like, you take a bunch of trap perks and then you can build up around traps. You can get trap synergies and whatnot. And that's probably why you have the option to take upgrades. More Spear Sister vaults. It's kind of like the gods from Hades. You can build into certain god powers. Now, if there's only 4 of the, like, character types that we are actually dealing with, we've got the Spear Sister, the Doctor, the Trap Man, and the Orange People. If there's only 4, then and it seems like you can find all 4 during a run, then the importance of this is actually increased, because in Hades, how it worked, you know, look, I'm just going to say it, because even though I'm keep talking about Hades, there's clearly some inspiration happening there. In Hades, how it works is that there are 8 gods, but you get 4 of them randomly every run. So you can build into synergies with those gods more easily than if you just had all 8 being in the item pool, basically, for your runs.
How dare you foul the good queen's territory this way? Cease at once.
You know you are just brainwashed by the power of her signal, don't you?
Untrue. This is a filthy lie.
Have you met her in person? She doesn't even know your name, Bloodletter.
I have been assured she does know my name. She does.
He should have said, I know I haven't been brainwashed because I accept the brainwashing of my own free volition. Thank you very much. Yes. I choose to be one of her servants. I have free will in the matter, yes. Anarchy. So I'm realizing there are 4 levels of combo. Anarchy is the highest, and then it goes 3. And, you know, fewer numbers under that, eventually. It goes down when you're not in combat, which is, it's always annoying when that happens, because then you can't, like, look for the loot to break. You're just waiting for your meter to go down. Execution restore health, but your maximum health is reduced. That is so horrible. Executions launch homing projectiles, restore health. When you use a healing station, health increases. So it's a little bit late for that. We'll take, executions give you projectiles, because yeah, our combo's already completely gone. So there's a blue vault somewhere in here.
So, you really do intend to take this Bastion?
Damn right I do. There's something about this place. She is here. I feel it.
'Tis simply one of many strongholds, sister. You would do well to turn back now.
One of the Queen's most trusted and highly trained soldiers, guarding an unimportant stronghold.
No work my Queen demands is beneath me. I guard whatever she commands.
She an AI? Is that gonna be the true secret? Ah, they do a little roly-poly attack. I see. How annoying. The queen was us all along. She's gonna be Gladys. She's just gonna be like hanging in a room with a bunch of computer screens all around her. I watch everything. I watch it all.
This goes here.
And something else that I've actually noticed is your character talks about what's actually happening in the world around you as it happens. So this goes here. Oh, I'll definitely take this. I can open the gate now. Is the thing that Zagreus does in Hades. He talks about what's actually happening around him. If annoying enemy spawns, he'll say, "Oh, I hate these guys." Damage dealt by the bayonets. Increased slime and throw generate less heat. Stand still to recover heat quickly. I'll just take generate less heat. Flimsy buckler was used up. Thank you for telling me. I knew that that was the case. I know I'm bad. Feels more like Pinocchio. I've been a real queen all along. So that's execution. Bit unnecessary, but that's okay. You know what? Just die. Thank you. Like, I love the color of the spotlight, because it's not just a pink light. It's got dots in it to represent like intensity as it gets further away. It's such a good use of color and shapes, and don't get hit. Game's got really good design, I gotta say. And I'm realizing those little enemies that run you down, they're the boss analog. The boss is gonna run you down. Dashing reduces heat, and you can dash while releasing a throw. You can dash while releasing a throw. Stand still to recover heat even when aiming. Throw has a chance to stun. I'll just take that.
I can break the bridge lock now.
The heck is this? Choose an artifact to make it stronger. Punches do more damage. Dashing is better. Generate less heat. I mean, I just like generating less heat because I can just throw. I'm sorry. You did it to yourself.
I can press forward now.
Feels like you could use more enemy types. I mean, we are, again, I think that this is a, like, first level. I don't think it's literally just the first boss over and over again. We're gonna figure that out as we progress. But I imagine in level 2, there will be more dudes to kill. I kind of like, honestly, that there are limited enemies, because you don't want to have 50,000 different enemy types and make the player have to, I freaking knew it. You don't want to have to make the player have to memorize every single type of enemy. 4 enemies is fine. You know, it represents a melee enemy, a ranged enemy, an AoE denial ranged enemy, and then something quick. You're like, sure, they're fine, that's it. That's good.
For later.
And as long as there's a second level and there's different enemies there, I'm totally okay with it being, you know, limited enemy variety, especially when this level is like, you know, 10 minutes long. That's not too long. Keep it in that instead of map. Because it depends on if it's a demo or not. I don't believe this is the demo. When I look at it on Steam, it does not say demo. It says this is the game. So why would they? Here's the thing. I got this key from the developers, not from the developers, but from their publisher, I guess. Why would they give me a key to a demo, which you can download on Steam for free right now if you so desire to play this game yourself? Huh? Answer me this. Riddle me this, Batman. Heat cooldown speed is greatly increased. All attacks are significantly more powerful. Sure. Because I think this is a boss fight. I think I missed this last time. Oh, it's an upgrader. Less heat, scratch damage only, critical hit chance up, throws stun. Let's take the less heat again. I can raise the bridge now. Dude, I gotta fight a boss. I gotta do this first. Spit face. He's a skull. Okay, there goes my increased damage output. Ah, you've thrown down enemies. And there are traps. How dare you? Okay, I'm just gonna toss that down, because that will kill all of those enemies. Mr. Spitface, if that is in fact your real name. Okay. Oh, okay, he flashed. It's not like I couldn't have gotten out of that. Or that.
can't use the javelin when it's overheated.
Well, then we need to get in there and do more damage. Or just shoot him a bunch and then open his face.
You use your talents for the destruction of my guardians, I see. I command you to cease this folly of a campaign.
Luckily, I was never a good listener. Your signal stopped working on me a long time ago.
I remember you, child. Clefania, yes? You could have gone far. One of my most promising elite soldiers.
One of your most brainwashed elite soldiers, you mean?
What you call brainwashing is in truth the grace of my guidance. But it seems you lack vision. A need to be dealt with.
All right. Time bomb javelin. I think we've already seen that one. And then we heal and then continue on to somewhere. Yeah, like we healed last time as well, and then we went back to the main hub. Victory, Spitface was defeated. Why can I not continue the run?
Thank the keys you're back safe, love. I swear I'm going grey sending you off to fight like this.
I'll manage. She keeps throwing bigger machines at me. So I call that progress.
Can you imagine her actually being here? Us actually killing her? Her whispers no longer subjugating the kingdom.
I'll shut her up soon enough. Then it's up to the people. Let's hope without the signal, enough of us find the strength to revolt.
Aye, that would be something.
It is weird that it feels like that's like level 1, and then it kind of kicks you back out to the hub. Maybe that's just the size of the game. You know, it's not meant to be a long action roguelite. It's meant to be a more of a shorter, bite-sized approach on the formula. But it does feel like the game is just begging for another floor. Like I get a couple of perks, I'm starting to build around bleed or trap damage, and then the run just kind of ends. Because it's only like, there's 2 shops and there's 10-minute timers on each shop, and I'm making that in like 5 to 7 minutes. So it's only like a 10 to 15 minute long run. There are, if you look actually at the main menu here, there are 6 bosses, I believe, because we have done 2 of 6 raids. So there will be, I believe, if I had to guess, 6 of those bosses. Maybe the 6th one is the queen, maybe there's 5 in one, maybe there's 6 and then her at the end, not sure. But yeah, the game design is lovely. Like, this is definitely a Hades-like that I can get behind. It has its own story. It's not just, being more gods or different gods, but it has an incredibly unique visual design that I'm a big fan of. I love the use of color. I like the enemy designs and variety, but yeah, if it's just the same 4 enemies every single raid, that would get a little bit stale. But considering the game is $9, this is a excellent game for what it is. You jump in, you do a short run, you make your way to the next boss fight, Killer Queen, whatever's going to happen at the end of the game. Yeah, I came into this thinking it would be a little bit more longer form, but there's nothing wrong with a bite-sized action roguelite like this. In particular, one game that I want to play more of in the future is Scourgebringer. That's a very small scale game, very limited variety of content, but the gameplay is so fun that I want to keep playing it. And I can see the same thing being true here. I honestly like the fast-paced combat. I like being able to throw my javelin at enemies, and there are a lot of different javelins that you can unlock. This is the wrong one. Let's see, we have pea shooter, shotgun, and we've unlocked a new one, blast. It has a mod on it, so it's probably a more powerful variant. Fires the bayonet after a short delay, damage is increased. High damage explosive blast, it can hurt you too.
You are coming with me.
Well, let's see. That's very high powered.
Can't use the javelin when it's overheated.
It seems like there's a, let me just get this out of the screen. It seems like there's a visual glitch where the point of impact is blinking as opposed to the point of the explosion. But other than that, I see it. It's a very large AoE explosion. Let's see how much it hurts. It hurts for 25. That's punishing, but it does a lot of damage.
I hope I've packed everything.
There you go. For those of you on YouTube, hey, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next Let's Look At.